So PwC has some 280,000 workers worldwide, and it's going for the hybrid model with more flexible hours. Bob Moritz is the chairman of PwC, joins me from Naples in Florida. Bob joins me. Always good to see you, sir. It really is. Now, look, I'm sure there was a long and hard debate within PwC, but when you have the banks saying, we want you back in the office and we want it now, do you think they're out of touch?
I don't think they're out of touch. Richard, this is going to be a hotly debated topic, Kenley, for the next 2 years. It's going to be the organizations that make a decision, watch carefully and monitor, and then adjust that decision and change it regularly. It was really easy for the world, relatively speaking, to move to everybody work from home because they had no choice. Now there is choice. So we're going to have 2 years of experimental changes ongoing. And I think each organization is going to have to think carefully about what they do now versus what they do 3 months from now versus what they're going to be doing 2 years from now.
So as a consulting firm, you obviously know, are we as productive working from home as we are in the office? And I'm not talking about those jobs that have to be done in the office where we had to torture ourselves into pretzels to actually get it done from home. If you take most of your people, does your statistics show they're more or less or indifferent in terms of productivity gains?
What we have found is that they can do the job remotely outside of the office. Prior to COVID, we were actually moving towards a model that was supported by technology. You could work any place, anytime, anywhere. But you have to talk about the other intangibles here for long-term sustainability, Richard. What organizations potentially lose, if not managed correctly by being away from the office, is the assimilation of new talent, the assimilation of new clients, for example. It is potentially the loss of culture. It is perhaps the loss of innovation at scale. And it does, in fact, potentially lose the time essence that is needed to drive change. It takes longer to determine a strategy, execute that strategy, and change from where you've gone before. Those are the intangibles people have to worry about as well, not just doing the day job of what's required as they think about their long-term sustainability.
And in thinking about that, there was a study in the UK, I've forgotten where, but I read it, that basically said within 2 years, everybody will be back in the office 5 days a week. I wonder whether A, you subscribe to that, and B, taking a hybrid, so to speak, taking a hybrid method at the beginning doesn't frighten the horses, and therefore you're going to get where you want to go anyway. It's just going to take a bit longer.
I personally would disagree with the theory that it's going to be a requirement for everybody to be in the office 5 days a week, 2 years from now. I do agree with one piece of that piece of academic research, which is the employee activism that now is going to be seen is starting to come through already. So in other words, the employers are going to dictate whether or not that organization that puts a policy in place can be achieving its talent retention and, for that matter, recruiting talent. So this this S of the ESG agenda, Richard, is going to be equally as important, and the employees do have a voice as to whether they stay, go, or go elsewhere.
Bob, I want to talk one other matter with you, and it is cybersecurity. And I know it is well and truly high up on your agenda. But I am amazed at the lack of outrage with those companies that have paid ransomware. I understand why they've done it, and maybe you would do it in their situation. But is ransomware, is cybersecurity the thing that nobody's really getting to grips with?
It's clear that cybersecurity, and an example of that being ransomware, is a major challenge that continues to rise in the risk profile of every single organization and government around the world. And unfortunately, because of the hybrid world that we are now in, the inherent risks have become bigger. We've got more people connected. We've got more people that are working in and outside of the office, adding more complexity. All of this is a huge challenge. And now the question is going to be, how do we minimize that risk or deal with the issues that are going to come? And they are going to come more frequently than we've seen before. They're going to be more public than we've seen before. This has been happening. People just don't know it's been happening. The question is going to be how we react. And I think this is where you might get some savings on real estate. You're going to be spending more on tech and protection against the cyber risk as well as you think about long-term objectives and financial results.
Would you pay ransomware? And I realize it is one thing to answer that question in the theoretical delight of an interview with myself. It's quite another. It's quite another when the whole of PwC has been brought to its knees. But theoretically, philosophically, are you against paying ransomware?
I'm philosophically against it, but as you said, it's going to have to be real life, real examples, Richard, to make that determination for the reasons and facts that every organization that's paid so far has have to go through. For sure.
Robert, good to see you. Good to see you, sir. I appreciate it
well.
always. Thank you.